Okay, on this clock, it wasn't so hard to adjust the lift lock lever adjustment. There's a tab here. Let me get this thing so I can see what you're seeing. There's a tab here on the rack stop lever and a tab here on the lift lock lever. I just spread both apart a little bit and now they both hit. Now I got everything else in line, and now I want to talk about timing the clock. I got this black line on the 12th notch. The clock is on the 12th notch. We're going to count them. And this is a double chime, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it's done. Now, this next part is important because if you don't time your clock, as the clock is ticking away, after the 12:30 mark, after the clock is ticking away, this snail could be one tooth off. And as the clock is ticking away, the snail will get caught on the rack lever here. So that's why you want to go around and that would have been the half hour. That's why you want to go around and do every one of these. This is 1 o'clock. On some clocks, especially cuckoo clocks, these snails have got a lot of gap in the 12 o'clock range. And so it might do fine on 12 o'clock and 12:30, but it might hit 1 o'clock down here also, and it can't do that. Or you might have it too close toward the notch to where it does 12 o'clock fine, it does 12:30 fine, but as the time ticks away, the snail is going to rotate and it's going to catch the arm on the rack. And that's why you need to time the clock. That's why you need to start at 12 o'clock and count all the hours like I just got through doing. Last thing we're going to do in this part of the video, I already got the clips, the E-clips on every place that I need to be. Last thing we're going to do in this part of the video is attach the crutch assembly. I'm not going to attach the suspension spring. I'm just going to attach the crutch assembly here. And so it's going to go inside. It's going to go in its appropriate appropriate spot on the inside pivot hole, if I can get it there. You're not able to see. I got it in the inside spot on the pivot hole. Now I'm going to put this assembly here on, and remember, I'm going to line it up with that scratch mark I did. Let me grab the 2 screws and get them started. Even when you can't see what I'm doing, I'm telling you what I'm doing. And that's what a lot of people like about my videos, is I explain everything. Even when you can't see what I'm doing, because I don't have the camera positioned right, or my big monkey paw hands get in the way. I'm part German, by the way, and Germans got, or so I've been told, big hands. So, I'm having trouble doing this from where I'm at, so I'm going to pause the video and start these screws. The reason why I was having trouble starting the screws is because I put these screws down here, and these screws I tried to put in here. These 2s are too fat for the holes. So I'm going to line this up with the scratch mark I got. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of power and see what happens to the verge and crutch assembly. Well, me lining that thing up didn't help. Somebody worked on this thing before, and so now I have to loosen the screws and adjust this one way or the other to get the verge and crutch assembly to work. I'm going to push it all the way up. Pushing it all the way up, the verge and crutch assembly should skip teeth. And that's why I said, if you're going to work on these things, to I don't have it pushed all the way up, but get this to where you could see it is what I'm having trouble with. There you go. So whoever worked on it before had it out of adjustment. So as you can see, I'm not quite on my scratch marks, and it's working properly. One last thing I want to show you in this part of the video, and then I'm going to put the chains on and find the pendulum for it, is what I use to oil my clocks. It's just a piece of wire that I took a hammer and I put a flat spot in it. And then you can, and again, this is the way I do it. How you do it is totally up to you. That's what all my videos are for. It's how you do it. It's totally up to you. This is just a guidance to show you what I do. I take the bent piece of wire, dip it in my 5W30 Castrol motor oil, and then I apply it to the pivot hole. If you get it on top of the case, you apply too much. I do that to both sides. And a minute drop is all it needs. And then you need some on the crutch assembly to where it enters the escape wheel and exits the escape wheel. So figure that out, and then apply some to the teeth on the verge and crutch assembly. Just one drop is all it takes. On both sides. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The next part of this video should show this clock up and running. God bless.